Welcome back to JP26. This is your boy JP, and of course this is Studio 26. We got 6 storylines from the world of sports to go over, and we got no time to lose, baby. Somebody hit my music.
Keep it real, JP. 26 for the studio. What's the deal lately? To the 6 story lines we go. Hey, JP! You're futuristic, and it ain't even October yet.
Storyline number 6 takes us to the UFC welterweight division. And for those of you who did not watch Saturday night, not the most stacked card that we've seen out there, but there was a number of finishes. And it was a pretty good card overall just for watching people getting fucked up.
Shama.
The main event featured Michael Morales versus Gilbert Burns, and Michael Morales made it look easy. He cleaned up Gilbert Burns pretty easily on the feet. I think it's safe to say that Gilbert is no longer in his prime. I love watching Gilbert Burns fight. He's an awesome dude, but I wish him the best. I hope he focuses more on his podcasting now, because there are some young killers in this division, and I find it hard to believe that he's going to be able to defy Father Time and get back into it. We have arguably the pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world right now, Islam Makhachev,
He is the one.
coming up to fight Jack Della Maddalena. So we have that going on. Behind that, you have Shavkat, who just barely edged out Ian Gary in a fight.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Then you have Ian Gary, who won his fight against Prates. And then you have Sean Brady, who lost to Bilal Muhammad, but other than that has been cleaning everybody else up. You have Michael Morales, who we just talked about. You have Joaquin Buckley scheduled to fight Kamaru Usman, so he's going to take his shot at beating one of these passing of the guard welterweights.
I get it!
But the reason why I wanted to bring this storyline up is because I think welterweight needed an exciting group of fighters coming up, and that's exactly what they got. So a lot of these guys are going to be matched up over the next few years, and I can't wait for it, because these are some bad boys, and we are going to find the fuck out.
We're here because you're looking for the best of the best of the best, sir.
What's so funny, Edwards?
Your boy Captain America over here. The best of the best of the best, sir. Yeah, with honors.
Storyline number 5. Storyline number 5 comes to us from Detroit and Major League Baseball, where you have this guy right here, Tarik Skubal, who has been absolutely dominant all season long. And I don't know that a lot of people know who he is. He's not necessarily a household name.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Right now, the guy is certainly on pace for an all-star appearance, and he may even be on pace for a Cy Young award, because he has been absolutely dominant this season. The Detroit Tigers have the best record in all of Major League Baseball.
What did he say?
You can color me shocked on that one. If you had told me before the season started that the Dodgers would be in first place right now, or even the Padres would be in first place right now, or the Mets would be in first place right now, or the Yankees would be in first place right now, I could have believed all those things. To believe the Tigers would be in first place right now would have been a bit of a stretch for me.
Okay, now let's try to get an answer from someone who's not a complete retard.
But they have been absolutely dominant this year, and that starts with this guy. And not only this guy, they have some young bats to go with him, but their bullpen has a sub-4 ERA. For those of you who don't know, I am a big believer in bullpens, especially come playoff time. I think bullpens will win you World Series.
Yeah, well, You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
as shown by the Dodgers.
Rusty cunt bucket. Fuck!
I wasn't laughing.
Fuck!
Granted, they have a very stacked roster, you know, outside of that, but they were forced to kind of go with bullpen days, and they still won their World Series because their bullpen was so dang good. So that is storyline number 5 for me, is these Detroit Tigers. Keep your eye out for them. They are playing the best in Major League Baseball right now, and this freak show right here is probably on his way to his Cy Young. I'm going to call that early.
All right, zip it.
You can't even
Zip it. Zip.
look. All
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A.
Number 2, would you please back me
Look,
up?
I'm Zippy Longstockings.
I can't.
When a problem comes along, you must zip it. Zip it good.
Frau, would you please?
Kisuhai pindawa nitahioto. Subtitle: Zip it.
I'm just trying to.
Zip. Would you like to have the suckle of my zipper?
I want
Zip.
you. Stop.
Zip it.
This
Zip
is.
it.
Oh, you know what? You're like a child. Talking. If you just one time.
Zip it.
Storyline number 4. And I'm telling you guys, this series is going to be fucking outstanding. When you talk about the most physical teams in hockey combined with skill, I don't know that anybody comes up quite like the Panthers, right? These guys are physical. They're fucking mean. They got a lot of gritty players. They get in there on the boards. Everything is contested. Their lines are deep as fuck. That's not just they do this because they have to make up for the lack of skill. No, these guys are all extremely talented players too. They just all kind of buy into that type of play. And for me, that gives them the edge in the series. I will be honest, the Hurricane right now are probably everybody's favorite. Probably Vegas's favorite, just because of how good they've been all season long and how good they've been in the playoffs so far.
Perhaps.
I'm telling you guys, I've been saying it, from the beginning. The longer you play these Panthers in the playoffs, the more they're going to wear you the fuck out.
Stop it. Who are you? I don't even know you. Go away, mister.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'll take Carolina winning a couple early. They might even go up 2-0. They might go up, 3-1 even. That's possible. I doubt it, but they could go up 3-1. But I will ultimately say that the Panthers win this series in 7 games due to their physicality and their skill combined with it, like we talked about. So as the series goes on, look for the Panthers to take a little bit more over and probably close it out with a game 5 and 6 victory, or a game 6 and 7 victory if it gets to 7, which I would bet it would.
It's what?
Inevitable.
One more time?
Inevitable! God damn it, open your fucking ears.
Storyline number 3. You got the United States team. You got the Canadian team. By proxy, your Maple Leafs fans, your Senators fans, your Canucks fans.
What?
You're going to have most Canadians rooting for these Oilers, and you're going to have most Americans rooting for the Stars. That's how it's going to be, all right? I'm just being honest with you.
Hey, are you awake?
Yeah.
I just want you to know I hate you.
It's going to be a big series. It's going to get a lot of attention, and then you have the Stars. And I'm telling you now, there's a lot of people that are sleeping on these Dallas Stars, but they got some fucking players, boy. Let me tell you.
I'm not surprised, mother.
With Mikko Rantanen as hot as he is right now, he is the star that can carry this team to match the skill of McDavid and Draisaitl. And as Oilers fans know, they're not so keen on who they have
Today, Junior!
in net. Sometimes you're going to get the best out of him. Sometimes you're going to get the worst out of him.
You never know what you're going to get.
As an Oilers fan told me themselves, sometimes with Skinner, you're going to get an all-star goalie, sometimes you're going to get a guy who should be in the AHL.
What does that have to do with anything?
No. He's got a point.
And that is not necessarily somebody that you want to have against a very talented opposition.
Figure that out on your own, genius.
And that's exactly what the Oilers are going to run into with this Dallas Stars team. And on the other hand, for the Dallas Stars, they have Ottinger.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
I don't know who's going to fucking win this one. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is going to be a badass series, but I can assure you that I'll be watching every second of it. That much is for sure.
Otario, Otario! Otario, Otario!
You know what that means? Pussy.
All right, give me the Stars in 6. I'm American. What can I say?
Thank you.
Fucking hey, Jared.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Storyline number 2. Storyline number 2 brings us to the NBA, where we have the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And this series is going to be amazing because you have two of the young superstars that are some of the best players in the world right now playing.
Well, no fucking shit.
Which is going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Anthony Edwards. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm one of those people who believe that Anthony Edwards is one of the next ones. This dude's mentality is different. And then you have on the other side this young upstart Thunder team who has broken all kinds of records in the regular season as far as offensive output. They got shooters everywhere, they got playmakers everywhere, and they are hungry as it gets. So I'm very much looking forward to this series. I have no idea who's going to win it. Once again, we are going to come back to the same thing, that I think that this series goes 7 games. So for me personally, I'm going to take Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves over SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder, because simply I think that this dude's mindset is that of a killer.
I used to be a butcher. I made that just for you. Go ahead.
I don't know what's in that.
The Minnesota Timberwolves gave up a lot of future draft capital in order to land Rudy Gobert, and a lot of people are critical of that trade, and I was one of those people who was very critical of that trade. I thought they gave up too much for this guy, but what I didn't realize at the time is they don't need Rudy Gobert to be that guy to get these offensive points, right? Like,
Okay.
they have Anthony Edwards, they have McDaniels, they have Randall, like they have guys that can go get them some points, and they also got some dogs on that team, right? And with that trade of Karl Anthony Towns over to the Knicks, they ended up getting a nice bench as well, right? So they got DiVincenzo coming off the bench. They have a real team, and when you're in the NBA playoffs, you need those guys that can come rotate in and still continue to give you offensive output and defensive output without losing too much.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
Don't get me wrong, I love the way that the Thunder have been constructed as well, and with how many young players they have, they're going to be very good for a long time. But right now, I do think it is the Timberwolves' time. That is what I personally think. I will take the Timberwolves in 7.
What? What an idiot. Oh, what a loser. Good. Good.
Storyline number 1. And finally, storyline number 1 is the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers in a classic matchup.
Aubrey.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
In the fourth quarter.
This is one of those series that you're not going to want to miss. And the reason it's a big deal for me is because my entire life, basically, I've watched Knicks fans suffocate through horrible, horrible NBA times. And they finally have a team that they can get around that isn't just a superstar on the team, but a team that has a superstar with a winning attitude around them. So they have two superstars right now in Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns.
You can do it!
And they have surrounded these two with a plethora of talent. And it starts with OG Anunoby as well, who you're going to see on screen here. I mean, these guys can go. They got some real playmakers. They got some real guys who are going to get after it. And I know that New York is going to be electric all series long. So I cannot wait for this series to begin. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know there's a lot of my friends that are Knicks fans. So hopefully for your sake, I am going to be wrong. Because personally, I am taking the Pacers. That's right, the Indiana Pacers to win this series once again in 7 games. And I think they get it done eventually in New York and avenge the fireman that was smacked around a little bit by the fans. But the reason why I am picking the Pacers isn't by any bias or anything else. It is simply because, as I've been saying for a long time now, these Pacers are dangerous. And the reason why I think they're so dangerous is because every single player on that roster understands their role. And they all communicate well, and they're all hungry, and they complement each other so well.
What if I were to tell you that I had a 22-inch cock? Is that something you might be interested in?
And when you look at teams that have won the championship in the past, that seems to be a pretty good formula for success. You can talk about superstars, you can talk about max players all you want, you can talk about all of these things, but at the end of the day, it's a team and how cohesive that team works together as a unit. These guys run, they get up and down the floor. They have guys like Siakam who, when it gets into the half-court game, can still get buckets. You know, you got McConnell who can go get you some buckets. He's going to play good defense. You have this guy right here, Halliburton, is unreal. He's always ready for the moment. One thing I've noticed about the Pacers is he is a true point guard where he gets his team involved. He's dishing. He wants everybody else to get involved first, and he wants to get the whole team running. And then late in the game, when everybody else is a little bit tired because he hasn't been sitting there jacking up threes the whole game or running the ball through him the entire game, he's able to pick up his game because he has more energy left in the tank and tends to make these big plays at the end of games. And that's exactly what I see happening in this series. I think the Knicks are going to make it ultra competitive, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks ended up winning the series as well, to be completely honest with you. It's about as close as a coin flip as I can get, but I ain't no punk bitch, so I'm making a pick. I picked the Pacers to win in 7. I stand on it.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
And those are all the stories for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching my show. I truly appreciate it. I love you all very much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. But
ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Before you go, you already know the rules, man. Do not forget to like and subscribe.
I like this one.
Okay?
Okay.
If I make it, I get all my picks right. If I miss it, I get all of them wrong.
Erroneous! Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts.